Remove decision fatigue. Okay, this is one of the major components in my fitness transformation that actually got me to stay consistent every single day. Okay, and when I was younger, I was about 15 here, maybe 16 here, right? I'm 20 right now. What I did was I played sports, but I was inconsistently training, inconsistently practicing, right? And when COVID hit, I stopped training completely, right? And then I came back from COVID, started playing sports again, but still inconsistent in the gym, inconsistently eating my food and never tracking anything, right? I was just all over the place, right? And it was all because I had so much decision fatigue. I had my inner bitch tell me, "Oh, do I want to do it? Do I not want to do it?" Right? I never really valued tracking food. I didn't really understand tracking food that much when I was 15, right? But even when I learned it, during my first year of me being locked into my fitness, I still wouldn't track that often. I still wouldn't get myself into the gym and super energetic and super dialed, right? I would still go to the gym, but I would never had the focus. And there was a solid few months where I was just going through the emotions, right? And the first year of me going to the gym was just pure willpower. Okay, the first 6 months, I'm not gonna lie to you, first 6 months of me being committed and going to the gym and all this stuff, it was all new, exciting for me. I was very, very excited to go to the gym, right? But then the second 6 months, right, of the first year, it felt so difficult for me to go to the gym. It felt so difficult for me to stick to my diet. I entered one of my ruts where I was just ordering food and eating whatever and not really caring. And I got up to 225, right, as an 18-year-old, and that was horrible, right? And then I realized, okay, the issue is that I'm making myself my inner bitch, right? I let him, right, argue with me. And it leads to me getting decision fatigue, and then sometimes the inner bitch wins. The way you remove that, you don't let the inner bitch win, is simply by removing decision fatigue. Okay, when you remove decision fatigue, you basically don't give the inner bitch a chance to speak, right? Your first option, the easiest option you can possibly make, is the one that moves the needle towards your dream physique, right? And after about a year, I started to slowly just keep my clothes out, my gym clothes out. I started keeping my water ready to drink. I kept my supplements out, right? I made sure that the moment I woke up, the first thing I would see is the water. Then I would see the supplements, right? My fridge fully stacked of the whole foods that I was supposed to eat, right? If not, when I had a tighter schedule in my day, I made sure to meal prep and I had Tupperware, right? I made sure the first option was always the one that got the needle moving towards building a better physique, towards getting mentally prepared for the gym, right? When you take your supplement, you drink your water, right? In your head, you're subconsciously thinking, okay, I drank my water. I'm getting more hydrated, right? I feel better, right? You're creating momentum as well. You took your supplement. Oh, I'm supposed to take the supplement today because I want to feel better. I want to perform better than gym, right? All these things, right? And when you put on your clothes that's gym attire, right? You're already in this flow state where you're always gonna get ready for the gym by putting on gym clothes, right? So when you put on your gym clothes and you're just kind of chilling, right? You already made that little step towards going to the gym, right? And this also removes all of the decision fatigue of you going to the gym and you not wanting to hit the hard set on squats, or that hard set, or the hard cardio, whatever it is, right? Instead of you debating whether or not you want to put on your clothes, whether or not you want to put on your drink your supplements, drink your water, whether or not you want to eat your meal before going to the gym, right? You remove all that. You don't think about the hard transit. You don't think about the hard workout, right? You're just autopilot. First option, first option, first option. You don't let the inner bitch say anything. Okay, it's just boom, 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 boom. All of a sudden, you're hydrated. You got your supplements in. You got your meals in. You're on the way to the gym. You're hype, right? You don't ever want to let a little argument, a little debate happen in your head, because that's draining. That decision fatigue is draining. You want the first option to be the only one that moves the needle. Okay, and it is so easy to do this as well, right? When I started to journal and meditate, the only thing I did was keep my journal next to the computer that I use for work. Okay. And every single time I would walk past my kitchen, right? After drinking my water in the morning, I would see my journal and be like, oh, might as well do this, right? Oh, might as well do this. That's just the whole concept behind it. To remove decision fatigue, it's just, oh, I might as well, I might as well, I might as well. And once you begin drinking your water, right? You're already creating momentum, right? Oh, I'm drinking my water. I might as well take my supplements. My food's already in the fridge, right? My whole foods are already there. Instead of ordering something or going to the grocery store and buying cereal or some bullshit, right? Oh, might as well just make my meal, right? It's just a I might as well, I might as well, I might as well. You want to create those good habits, right? And it is more difficult to make good habits compared to bad habits because you have to be intentional about it, right? Bad habits, it's just your inner bitch immediately, your emotion, right? You wanna eat that junk food, you wanna do that dopamine activity, right? It's just your emotion speaking for you. It takes a little bit more effort and a little bit more time to actually create and solidify those new habits, right? But it is worth it. If there is no friction between your previous self and your new self, it's because both of them are the same person, right? There's gonna be friction. However long you've lived on this earth, right? Is how long you have been creating those current habits, those bad habits that you want to get rid of, right? It took you years and years and years to build these bad habits, right? It's gonna cause a lot of friction and a lot of pressure to go from this person to this person, right? Because going from this person to this person, you're fundamentally changing your habits, your person, your identity, right? It's gonna cause a lot of friction, right? And you want to make the whole process as easy as possible because the inner salesman will make the inner bitch is gonna make you want to stay like this because your brain loves familiarity, okay? It loves being in the comfort zone. This is the comfort zone. This is the familiarity because it's used to doing this for years and years and years. This is uncomfortable. This is new. It doesn't want to do this. You have to make the whole process as easy as possible, as smooth as possible. First option, new identity. First option, getting your food in. First option, remove all decision fatigue. Okay, and this is what I started doing during the second year of my lifting journey, and it made the whole process so much easier. Way less decision fatigue. I knew I was already ready to go to the gym. I was already feeling good. I had my whole foods in. I didn't have any processed foods in my system. I had carbs, I had my proteins. I'm already doing boom 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 all these things, right? And I'm already ready to go to the gym. It just removes all decision fatigue. You're already ramping up all these things throughout the day, right? You get your meals in. You have your clothes with you. The clothes are in front of you. You drink your supplements. All these things. You want that to be your first option. It's very very simple and very very easy to implement. It just takes a little bit of intention. Okay? And when you don't make these habits easy, right? And you let your inner bitch debate, you're one step closer to fucking up, okay? You're one step closer to ordering the food. You're one step closer to not eating the meal you're supposed to eat. You're one step closer to skipping a meal. You're one step closer to not building momentum, right? You need that momentum to continue pushing every single day, okay? Without the momentum, it's going to cause a lot more friction between you and your goal, you and your next step, right? And if you let your inner bitch win, that only happens if you allow the debate to happen, right? You allow the debate to happen, you eat the garbage food, that's gonna cause your momentum to halt, sudden interrupt, right? And then because you don't have the momentum, you're not going to want to sleep on time. You're not going to want to eat the correct food the next day. And the next day, if you do eat the garbage food, you don't sleep on time. You maybe you don't go hard in the gym, right? You train like a pussy or some shit, right? You're not going to feel as good. You're not going to have the momentum. The following day, you're going to think in your head, oh, I wasted that session. I could have gone harder, right? Oh, I don't feel good because I had the processed food and I can't push as hard now. I can't stay focused, right? I just want to go home, right? And then maybe if you're a bitch, you fucking leave the gym early, right? You don't do your core, you don't do your cardio, you don't finish all your reps, you don't finish all your sets. You go home, you don't feel good, right? It feels like you wasted time. You didn't go hard in the gym. And you don't want to eat the good food. It'll as easily as you can spiral upwards, you can infinitely easier. It is infinitely easier to spiral downwards because all you're doing is listening to your emotions. Okay, you want to remove decision fatigue by making the first option as easy as possible. You want it to be the first option, no decision, right? It's just there. How much easier will it be for you to stay committed to your goals, committed to your fitness journey, committed to any form of goal if the first option is the only option that'll move the needle towards your goal, right? If my food is just ready there and all I have to do is just cook it or it's just ready, I just have to heat it up, it's so much easier for me to just eat that meal. It's so much easier for me to journal. It's so much easier for me to get ready to the gym, right? You need to form that habit, that good habit every single day. Okay. And yes, it does get annoying in the beginning because your inner bitch will be a little bit louder in the beginning because you're going from this version to this version. But trust me, guys, after you get that phase, you enter flow state, you got the momentum, you're gonna boom, 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 and all of a sudden you'll be consistent, coming up on 3 years and never missed a day in the gym. Sleep is a little bit more difficult because your inner bitch is gonna want you to stay up, watch, scroll Netflix, all this stuff, right? Scroll on your phone. But the best way you can possibly do it is by making the first option the easiest option, right? And it's just as easy as you following a meal plan, a meal schedule that's gonna make it so you don't eat, 2 hours, 3 hours before you actually go to bed. Make sure you get all your stuff done, electronics closed 30 minutes before going to sleep. All of these little things making it so the decision to go to bed is the easiest one, right? You want to make sure your phone's nowhere near you. You want to make sure that your electronics are off 30 minutes before bed. You want to make sure that your meals are in a few hours before going to sleep, right? You want to make sure your supplements are good. You just want to make sure your first option, the option to go to sleep on time, is the easiest option. When it comes to sleep, you need to make it a habit through your schedule. You want to make it as easy as possible for you to fall asleep, right? You want to make sure all your meals are in. You've eaten your meals, 2 3 hours before going to bed if it's a bigger meal, right? There's no problem with eating eggs, just eggs and some butter, 30 minutes before bed. Your testosterone builds while you're sleeping, and you want to get that cholesterol in, that building block for your testosterone hormone, right? And I do that every now and then. I don't do it more now just because I get all my calories in just throughout the day. I have eggs as my last meal. Usually have anywhere between 4 to 6 eggs at my last meal. I don't do it directly before bed, but I do have cholesterol in my system. You just have to make sure all your tasks are done. And before bed, 30 minutes before bed, no electronics. Okay. If you have that blue light, it's just going to be so much harder for you to fall asleep, so much harder for you to get proper sleep in, right? And you need to make sure you get proper healthy sleep in to make sure you're properly recovered for the following day. This still comes down to momentum, but to make it as easy as possible, it's about the actions you do throughout the entire day, right? As long as you're able to get your meals in, as long as you're able to drink the proper amount of water, you get your supplements in, you train hard, get your work done, and 30 minutes before bed, you just remove electronics. You don't touch electronics. Maybe you can socialize a little bit, right? Just like relax, lay in your bed. Just make sure you're super relaxed. You're able to fall asleep and actually enter that deep sleep. That is all that I need to do to get proper rest in. I take my magnesium supplements. Um, and yeah, that's how I sleep. If you guys want to make this whole journey a lot easier, don't hesitate to book a call with me. Don't hesitate to shoot me a DM if you want to learn more. Just check out my other guides, check out my other videos. If you have any other questions about what foods to eat, how to shift your identity, all these kind of things, right? Please do not hesitate to contact me. Just DM me on IG. My IG is going to be down below, and I'll see you both in the next one.